Good evening. I'm Paul Martin. I'm a member of the task force, and I've got to say that I am very proud with what the task force has done. And I wish that I could be with you tonight, celebrating the launch of our report and the recommendations for the development of the impact investment marketplace in Canada.
I'm Ronald Cohen. I'm sitting in London. I'm sorry I can't be with you in Toronto on the occasion of the publication of your task force report on social finance. I've followed the development of social finance in Canada over several years. I've addressed one of these meetings by video link before, and I warmly applaud the recommendations of the task force. You put together a very powerful and eminent task force, and their recommendations are spot on in my view.
Good evening. My name is Judith Roden, and I'm the president of the Rockefeller Foundation. I'm so glad to be with you today to launch the task force report on social finance, if only by video.
Hi, I'm Catherine Fulton. I'm speaking to you from San Francisco, and I'm the co-author of a report that Monitor put out in 2009 on impact investing. I'm also one of the founding board members of the Global Impact Investing Network that's based in New York. When we put this report out, we believed and still believe in the great potential of impact investing to be one of the great social innovations of the early 21st century.
Impact investing offers a new tool to match the scale and complexity of the 21st century's challenges with the ingenuity and efficiency required to build a more equitable and resilient world.
That's why it's so important to see how we can get the benefits of an investment mindset into social issues, how we can direct more flows of finance from not just commercial ventures, but to ventures which can combine social, commercial and environmental goals in the way they operate and the way they account for how they operate. And I'm confident that Canada will have a great deal to teach the world about how to do this really well.
Canada has a long history of engagement in community economic development, social enterprise, and a variety of innovative blending of business and community practice and interest. What it has lacked is an enabling environment to really support and advance this work to another level. And the recommendations of the task force really offer a framework that the government, business, and community people could work around in order to advance this work more significantly within Canada.
Only with a powerful system can we hope to provide social entrepreneurs with the same resources that business entrepreneurs can use and deal with the very significant social issues that our society faces.
The Rockefeller Foundation has been leading efforts to catalyze the impact investing market, building the infrastructure, collaborative networks, and demand-side opportunities to unleash the flow of private capital for double bottom-line returns.
Private investors are always looking for an edge. They're looking for opportunities to invest in areas where perhaps the rest of the market hasn't seen an opportunity. And that really is what's represented today by impact investing. It's not a question of charitable giving, it's a question of really using a new insight, a new lens to complement what are really fundamental investing practices that have proven successful in the mainstream markets.
Here in the UK, we have started to talk to the Charity Commission about issuing guidelines that say that prudent trustees would allocate a percentage of the assets of their foundations or charitable trusts to investment in social finance. Down the line, I believe that we will need similar regulations for pension funds.
There are investors out there with a deep social consciousness who want to invest in social initiatives. And what we have to do is to connect them with social entrepreneurs working on solving social and environmental issues.
I believe if we can manage to implement changes of regulation of this kind, that they will be as momentous as the changes were for venture capital when in 1978 the United States changed the Prudent Man Rule, which was part of the ERISA legislation. Following that, we saw a marketplace which had received dribbles of finance from the private sector move to becoming an institutional asset class.
Nobody can know for sure how big this market will be, but we believe it could be as large as $500 billion.
We applaud and encourage the approach adopted by the task force, and more generally, the groundbreaking efforts now underway in Canada.
There are plenty of people, thousands of them, doing this around the world so far, but it's not going to become mainstream unless you take the advice and adopt the recommendations of your task force on social finance in Canada.
I wish you every success in your efforts, and we are always there to support you in any way we can.
We at the Rockefeller Foundation are proud to collaborate with such a forward-thinking group of people, and we wish you tremendous success.
I believe that through the task force's report and its clearly articulated recommendations, the task force has created the framework for success. But you must act now to see them realized. Thank you.